Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research.
Science is cool, but science mixed with cosmic madness, that's Dr. Casper Darling. How do you stop the apocalypse if the only person who knows the formula no longer has a human body? 10 years ago, Dr. Casper Darling locked himself away, allowing a cosmic energy storm to vaporize his physical form into pure sound waves. Everyone thought he was dead, but they were wrong. Today, we'll dive into Dr. Darling's epic spiritual journey leading up to the release of Control Resonant, where Manhattan is suddenly destroyed by a distortion of space and time. And guess who whispers from the darkness to save us? Dr. Darling. This is the mad chronology of a scientist who dared to become God to fight the destruction of reality in Cinegame, the cinematic story game. The silence inside the oldest house is never truly silent. To the average person, the brutalist concrete walls merely reflect the sound of footsteps or the hum of dying fluorescent lights. But to Dr. Darling, the walls sing. No, more accurately, they scream at a frequency inaudible to mortal ears. Darling stands before a large glass room. Inside, the Hedron, a giant floating polyhedral entity, is emitting a cosmic blue glow that penetrates his retinas. He hasn't slept in days. The dark circles under his eyes look like bruises. His hair is a mess, and his 5th cup of coffee of the day has gone cold. He turns on the camcorder, clears his throat, and begins to speak in a voice that quivers between fear and arousal. Research recording. I don't know what day it is. Time seems to have lost its meaning here. My colleagues, they think I'm losing my mind. They see me staring into nothingness, when in fact I'm watching the fabric of reality being peeled away. Hedron isn't just speaking to us, he's breathing through us. And this vibration, this vibration is changing something in my blood. I can feel the atoms in my body vibrating at a different pitch. We're not alone in this darkness. Something terrible is coming our way. A symphony of rage that will erase all our voices. And when that time comes, we must be ready to become more than mere flesh. Darling turned off the camera. She touched the glass partition. Inside her head, Hedron's voice was no longer just static. It was pure mathematics. It was cosmic poetry telling her one thing. They will come. The parasite will break through the walls. Red. The entire corridor of the FBC was suddenly immersed in a deep blood red. Sirens wailed, followed by the horrific chorus of groans from the staff being infected by the hiss. Strange mantras echoed in the air, twisting logic. Amid the chaos, Dr. Darling walked calmly through the maintenance sector. In his hand, he held the final prototype of the Hedron resonance amplifier, a device he had hastily created to protect Jesse Faden and the remaining staff from this mind infection. He made sure the devices were dispersed. His human task was complete. Now, it was time for his cosmic task to begin. Ati, the mysterious janitor, stood at the end of the hallway, mop in hand. He stared at Darling with the melancholy gaze of an old, know-it-all Finnish man. Darling paused. He stared at his white lab coat, the coat that had defined him for decades as a scientist, a rational man, a slave to logic. Slowly, his hands unbuttoned the coat one by one. He dropped it to the dirty floor. Damn, he didn't stop there. His shirt, his pants, his glasses, all were removed until he stood naked in front of a giant furnace. Dr. Darling chuckled, his voice echoing off the concrete walls. Do you see this, Ati? These clothes, these are the anchors that hold us in this shallow world. We wrap ourselves in cloth because we're afraid of our own skin, afraid of what lies beneath. But in the presence of Hedron, we're all naked. This ego, this name, this title of doctor, they all mean nothing anymore. The sound of the hiss, they're the noise that ruins the song. The HRA will protect others, but me, I won't just hide behind a shield. I want to be part of the symphony itself. Ati simply nodded slowly, muttered something about a man who goes outside to cleanse his soul, then turned to leave. Darling stepped into the main residence chamber. The blue light of the Hedron exploded, engulfing his naked body. The pain was unimaginable. It was like every cell in his body was being pulled into a black hole, then reassembled into a string of furiously strummed guitar notes. His skin evaporated, his bones became light, and his screams transformed into pure harmony.
Casper Darling did not die. When his physical body vanished from the oldest house, his consciousness shot across interdimensional space. He became electromagnetic energy. For a time, he was the voice guiding Jesse Faden through a mysterious red telephone called the Hotline. He was a whisper behind the wall. But the cosmic currents were cruel. Darling's energy oscillated until it was finally knocked out and sucked into a dark, damp, and foggy dimension, the Dark Place, a dimension beneath Cauldron Lake that transformed thoughts and artwork into terrifying physical realities. In a room resembling a dimly lit old television studio, Darling sat at a typewriter. Across the desk sat a man in an eccentric suit, holding a paintbrush and a bottle of whiskey, Thomas Zane. Dr. Darling stared at his hands, now translucent, glowing with blue light and television static. "This is illogical, Thomas. I'm a man of science. I believe in the laws of thermodynamics, in particles, in waves. But in this place, physics is bent by poetry. Reality here is written in ink and painted on canvas. How could my purely resonance-based consciousness be trapped by a narrative structure?" Thomas Zane said with a mysterious smile, taking a drag on his cigarette. "Your science is just another way of describing the art of creation, Casper. What do you think your resonance waves are? They're music, and music is art. We're both trapped inside a script written by someone else, or perhaps a script we ourselves wrote without realizing it." Dr. Darling stood up, banging his fist on the table, sending blue sparks of electricity flying. "Then we have to rewrite the exit. I can hear Manhattan. Somewhere in the future, this dimension will leak into the real world. Something big will break out in 2026. I can feel it through the vibrations of this ground. Someone named Faden, not Jesse, but her younger brother, Dylan. His mind is wide open to our frequency. If we combine my science and your artistic madness, we can send a protective signal there." Fast forward to September 24th, 2026. The real world is on the brink of a second paranormal apocalypse. The game changes and a new chapter begins in Control, Resonant. The oldest house has been completely locked down from the inside. Director Jesse Faden suddenly disappears without a trace while investigating anomalies in New York. Leaderless, Manhattan collapses. The sky above New York skyscrapers transforms into a terrifying vortex of geometric distortion. The dimensions of the Dark Place and the astral plane collide in the center of the city, creating new distortion creatures that destroy human reason. In the deepest solitary confinement cell of the now destroyed FBC, Dylan Faden awakens. His sister, Jessie, who had been comatose and infected, suddenly opens his eyes. But they no longer glow the red of the hiss. They glow with a familiar blue light, the light of Hedron, the light of Dr. Darling. Inside Dylan's mind, Dr. Darling said, "Dylan, can you hear me?
Your sister is no longer here to save the world. He's trapped in the same place I was first thrown. But you are the perfect vessel. Your body was once destroyed by the hiss, but your soul was cleansed by the resonance I left behind. Do not fear that distortion in Manhattan. It is not the end of a mountain of problems. It is a new song that has not yet been tuned. Dylan Faden, holding his head, whispered shakily, Who are you? Your voice, it feels like a soothing electric shock. Dr. Darling, answering, I am Casper Darling, or at least what's left of him. My physical self may have disappeared 10 years ago, but my mind is eternal. Raise your weapon, Dylan. That aberrant weapon you hold, it doesn't fire bullets, it fires frequencies. We will turn all of Manhattan into a giant tuning fork to repel this darkness. Let's show them how true science works. Dylan Faden stepped out of the ruins of the FBC building into the streets of Manhattan, where gravity no longer existed. Cars floated, and the Empire State Building seemed to split in two in the trembling sky. In his hand, his new aberrant weapon hummed loudly, emitting a cosmic blue static glow, the pure frequency of Dr. Casper Darling. Each time Dylan fired, the air around him vibrated, restoring the shattered reality to its original form. However, in the depths of the dark place, the silhouette of the real Dr. Darling still sat with Thomas Zane, staring at the television screen displaying Dylan's exploits in Manhattan. Darling smiled, but this time it was cold. Thomas Zane said, You've successfully transmitted your frequency to that boy, Casper, but you know the consequences. The more resonance he exerts in the real world. Darling cut him off, his eyes reflecting a blinding blue light. Yes, I know. The more Dylan wields my powers, the thinner the barrier between our dimensions becomes. Manhattan may survive today's cosmic destruction, but the gates of the dark place will swing open for me to walk home. And this time, I won't be returning as a man in a lab coat. I'll be returning as the embodiment of science itself. The television screen fades to white static. Dr. Darling's epic, slightly manic laugh echoes, mingling with the mysterious hum that heralds the beginning of a new era in control. Resonant, September 24th, 2026. Is she a true savior or a new monster far more dangerous than anything the FBC has ever faced? Let us know what you think in the comments.